I wish I had a golf cart.
Are you going to bring more than that?
Huh? Up, make sure we can actually go. We will be taking the field shortly.
We will be taking the field shortly. Players are getting set here. We will be taking the field shortly. Players are getting set here.
Am I good in the grass?
All right, welcome into the Vivas Beepball Invitational. I will be your host today. This is Brian DiNatale. And we're here for a nice Vegas day. It's only about 70 degrees out, nice breeze. Today, round one game between the Gateway Archers and the St. Louis Sirens. Couple of teams from the Midwest, around the same metropolitan area. Leading off for the Archers is going to be Mark Morris, number 13. One of the leaders of this Gateway Archers team. The lineup for the Archers is Mark Morris up first. We got Richie on deck. First pitch in from pitcher Mike Curtis. Goes for a strike. Holding for a car. And we're back underway. Another strike from Mark Morris. third strike. And a foul tip, keeping it alive. Fighting another one off there. Mark's trying to get something going here. Mark's getting ever closer to ripping a big hit here. He reestablishes his position, touches the bag, and lines up his bat. Squares it up. And we'll go into a tight shot here to continue this at bat. That's a hit. Up Mark Morris, that one goes up to the center and he scores. That's one for the Archers here. First at bat. A hard hit ball up the center, all the way through the defense, all the way to the outfield. And the Gateway Archers go on top 1-0. Now up to bat, Richie Crussell. And on deck is Demetrius Morris, power hitter for the Archers. Heavy part of the lineup coming up, heavy hitters, Richie Crussell being one of them. And going down the lineup, after that we have Steve, Tim, Stanley, and back up to the top with Mark. Richie fouls one off there. We'll try to get you a tighter shot there. Yep, another one fouled off there by number 28, Richie. And that's hit. And he heads over to the base. Could not handle it. Were the Sirens in right field. Unfortunate, just could not get their way to the ball. And the Archers go up 2-0. Sirens looking to clean up that defense early on. Now up to bat, Demetrius Morris, or as his teammates call him, Demo. Base check. And that's hit. And running to the first base side is Demo. The ball is loose. Can they corral it? No. Demo is safe. 3-0 Archers. Defense might be a bit of a struggle for the Sirens today if they continue on this pace, but It's early. And almost, it was a hard hit ball. That one's a tough defensively. Now up for the Archers. We got number 9, Steve. Hard hit, but it's got a backspin to it and it's coming back. They're gonna let him go. And they say safe. And that's a run. Steve Patton with the run. Stays safe. Stays in play. Yeah, there was some yells for foul out there, but they said it was safe. And hard running by Steve Patton. Now up for the Archers, number 33. That's Tim Chappell. Hard hit by Steve. Hard hit by Tim, and he easily makes it with this raw speed. Tim Chappell. That was hit all the way back to the fences. He might have broke the ball. That thing was absolutely crushed. And with the speed of Tim, that was surely a run in just about every situation. And I don't think it had any defender had a chance. And sure enough, he did kill the ball. So it was that hard hit. So we're gonna run this back, I believe. Get a clean count. Gonna run that back. The jokes from our umpire. Says $10 for every ball that gets broken out here. But man, was that a ripped hit up the middle. So we're gonna run this one back. So still 4-0 Archers. Base checks, and we're on. Also ripped up the middle. Steve Pat, it goes Tim Chappell, and he's on the run, and it's a close call, but he makes it. Number 8 for the Sirens out there hustling and almost being able to make a play on that one. A little bit better position, but just out of the reach. So the Archers will take a quick 5-0 lead here in the first round of the Vivas Beepball Invitational. Now, up to the plate is Stanley Griffin, number 66, doing some base checking here, and we're off. With an interesting batting stance and swing here from Stanley Griffin. Kind of holds the bat down and parallel with the ground. Just over it there, Stanley Griffin. that's hit on the first base, on the third base side. And they try to get to it. Stanley gets it. That's 6. That is 6 runs for the Archers in the first. What a run by Stanley. His coach comes out to greet him. Orlando Gonzalez. Also trainer, skill and strength trainer Evan Schwarberg also greets him and gives him a high five. Now up to bat again is Mark Morris. It's a beautiful day out here in Las Vegas, and Mountain View in the background. Nice spring day for Las Vegas. It's only in the 70s. A little hazy out. Too sunny. All right, base checks and we're in. Just under it. Big hack from Mark Morris. Man, and it's ripped. Third base line for Mark Morris. Outfield's out there. Can they get it? No! In between both defenders, but almost a hand on it out there. Clara Bloomer out there almost had a hand on it. But alas, Archers capitalize again on some errors in the outfield, but like I said, it's still early here. Valuable experience out here for both teams. Got a bit of a breeze picking up here. Not sure how this is going to affect the play. And we're off. That's a strike in there. Oh, and a big swing from Richie Russell. Like I said earlier, one of the premier power hitters in this lineup. Veteran player here for the Gateway Archers. Been in the Beepball circuit since 2012. That's a strike 4 for Richie Russell. That's 1 down for the Sirens. Here early in the first. Now up to Demetrius Morris. Wind is really whipping up here. Hopefully it's not a big factor here, too much of a factor here today for the players out in the field. But it seems like it's been off and on throughout the day. Seems like it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Jason Frazier, Mind's Eye CEO, running out there in Gateway Archers, executive manager out there picking up a piece of plastic that flew onto the field from this wind. With a sub 540 sprint speed. All right, seems like everything's starting to get set here. And a little chirping back and forth here from the Sirens to the Archers. All good, spirited. Oh, and the Sirens were shifting on Tim, but they thought Tim was going to be up next. They got the batting order, I guess, confused. So Demo up now. So they're gonna reconfigure the outfield there. All right, and here we go. Hard hit by Demo up the center towards the right field, and that's going to clear all the defenders. And he's going to score that one easily. Archer's feeling good here at the plate. I mean, it's going to be hard to take these guys down in this tournament if they keep the bats hot like this. Away from the scorers table and the official scoring. I guess we had another dead ball actually, so we're gonna run that play back. Yeah, looks like we're gonna run that one back. Demetrius is gonna stay at the plate. Back. Hard rip from Demetrius Morris. And another rip. Right base line. Oh, almost fielded out there by number 8. But nothing changed compared to the redo. We will, this time it does look like they are scoring it as a run, so yep, so nothing changes there. Demo scores. Archers. Up to bat now. Steve Chappell. Fouled off. Sorry, we're getting a little obstructed view here. Just gonna widen out there for you. Strike. Strike 3 on Tim Chappell. Sirens holding their breath here. Pitch in. Strike 4. That's 2 outs now for the Sirens. Looking to get out of this onslaught of offense that's come out here for the Archers. This is going to be a hard team to get out here in this tournament. Now up to bat, number 33, Tim Chappell. Now they're going to switch in the outfield here and play a little bit of a shift here. playing the right field shift. I know the scouting report from lefty Tim Chappell. Archers out here doing a little stretching while they wait on the bench with their strength and conditioning coach. Keeping loose. As you can see, we are back. Now pitches in. Strike 2. Got some hecklers, children out here. And down to their last strike of the inning. But it's hit on. And to the first base side. Ball in the middle. Are they going to get to it? Safe. And that is 9th run here in the first inning. Just an absolute offensive clinic by the Gateway Archers. I saw Tim out there in warm-ups just absolutely crushing the ball. I mean, Mike might have to watch out his pitcher, the way that he was sending him up the middle with speed. All right, now Stanley Griffin, number 66, up to bat. That's hit on. And the infield, can they field it? Oh, just passed, but he misses the bag as well. It's a race. They say safe, but man, was that close. Mike says that's 10 push-ups for Stanley since he missed the bag. Back to the top of the order here. I think that's, yep, back to the top of the order. Mark Morris as the defense resets. Some kids out here heckling. Players don't seem to mind. Base check, and we're off. Big swing from Mark Morris, but that is swung on and missed. Down here, like I said, every once in a while, just this. Another big swing from Mark Morris. Down in the count. Timeout. We got a timeout. I think we got some hecklers out here, and they're starting to get a little rowdy. So we're gonna have a timeout. Mike tied his shoe there, and here we go. Foul ball. Fielders are complaining of not being able to hear from the kids. There is a whole classroom of kids out there. I think they're gonna handle recess here shortly. All right, here we go. Swung on and strikeout. That is 10 runs from the Archers here in the first inning, and we will switch up. Sirens up to bat here in the first. Sirens. Swung on. Strike. Wind picking up a little bit. Strike two. Wind whip it up, but at least the kids have been taken care of. Well, they're no longer yelling in the background. All right, that is a hit. And running to the first. Can she get there? Just short. That's fielded by Stan Griffin. Great hit by Claire, but just found by Stan. All right, now up to bat. Number 23, Kalari. Strike one. Set pitch. Strike two. Strike three. hits it, and it's hit on in the middle. And can it be fielded? It's past Kyle Bohr, but no, he manages to corral it, even though it almost looked like it got past him, but it's hard to get anything past Kyle Bora, who serves as the designated fielder for the Gateway Archers in this game. He's out there for Mark Morris. Great pitch, great hit. Great fielding. Success she's had with her first 2 batters here. All right, up to bat is Caitlin Overshiner, number 3. Strike 1. But a good swing and just off. Just under it. That's hit up the infield. Headed to the first base line. And that is an out. Tim Chappell with the expert level slide and stop. Once again, not too many hits are going to get past this Archers team as well. The hardest hit ball was out there from Kiki, number 23 for the Sirens, but great play by Kyle Bora in the outfield, the designated fielder for today's contest, morning contest. So we'll switch it up here, and Archers will go back on the offensive. A 1-2-3 inning, but all good hits there for the Sirens. No strikeouts. Seemed like pitcher Mari Blumenthal was in sync with her hitters. Leading off for the Archers is going to be Richie Crussell. The lone strikeout, or well, second strike, the first for the Archers. But also ripped a monster hit his first at bat. Get back at it. And that's hit on, and it's foul. Reset here. And here we go. Another foul. Keeps it alive. Swung on. Pulled out of sync here. Continued transfer first at bat. Archers still lead it. 10-0 here. Top of the second. Wind really whipping up here. Demetrius Morris up to bat. Swings, hits one. They're going to say that one is indeed foul. Run this one back and hit. Hard hit down the center, all the way to the outfield. It's past every defender, and Demo with another blistering run. That's 3 runs here for Demo, as the Archers now up 11-0. Demo just swag walks all the way back to the Archers' tent. He was feeling good coming into this tournament. They had a scrimmage with Oklahoma earlier this season, and as I understand it, he was batting 8 for 11 in that tournament as well. So, in that scrimmage game as well. So, running a hot bat here. And we're in here. This will be Tim Patton up to bat. Sorry, Steve Patton. Tim is up in the batter's box. And hard hit to the first base line. It's going to be fair. And they say safe. That was funneling towards the first base, third base line, and just a difficult ball for Clara, number 7 in the outfield to field. Another hard hit ball by the Archers. Another one of the power hitters here. Well, what can we say? Most of these guys are power hitters. Just about everybody here. Up and down this lineup. Now up is Tim, number 33. Defense gets set. Pitches in. That'll be foul ball. All right, here we go. Another foul ball. 3-0 count. One strike remaining here. Fouls it again. He is right on top of this. He's getting a lot of backspin on these hits. Just needs to get over the ball a little bit more. He's a little under it right now. Getting a little readjustment there from his pitching and catching. And that's strike 4. Now Stan, the man, up to bat. Stanley Griffin, number 66. sets up his base positioning. Waiting on a plane, clear the area. Yeah, sorry about the wind, guys. I'm gonna adjust this for the rest of the games here, see if we can get a solution going. Seems like it's been dying down, and trying to mitigate that. Turned off the native field sound here. Just going with the microphone for commentary and whatnot. Really whipping up there, here and there. But at least we don't have the heckling children that came out during the first inning. Alright, looks like we're just about set. 2 outs here in the second, top of the second. Base check. And we're off. Tipped. Getting a bit of all right. And a little high. Once again on the pitch. I'm gonna try to keep that consistent. Mike said his on him and set here. Oh, just under that time. Right down the middle is the aim next at bat. Next pitch, sorry. And Archie's trying to keep this inning alive. And that's hit in the middle. Down the third baseline goes Stan, and it clears both defenders. He misses, almost misses the bag again, but they said that he did in fact hit it. That's another run for the Archers. Hard hit down the to left center. Back up to the top of the lineup. Got Mark Morris now up. As I understand it, in Oklahoma, he was also on a heater, going 8 for 10. Batting 800. But always riding a hot bat for these Gateway Archers. Star player here, and a leader for this team as well. A lot of leaders on this team, though. Just a foul tip there for Mark Morris. Getting a bit of a deflection. I'm going to speak to some of the coaching and logistics here as far as the camera angle and how we can get you guys a better look here. Dealing with a little of the elements here and see what we can do here for you. Strike 3. Strike 4. A few runs crossing for the Archers as they build on their lead. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. Gateway Archers leading in this one. right, archers have sounded off here in the outfield. They seem ready. Sirens are ready. Base check. And here we go. Strike one. This is Kim Blumenthal. Not too bad. Oh, and that's swung on and hit. Mark tries to corral it, can't get to it, and that's a run for the Sirens. Sorry, that was Stan out there. And Jay runs back to his team to celebrate and the rest of her team there to greet her. An ecstatic Sirens team as Jay scores a run there for her side. Stanley had a rough bounce there and just couldn't get to it. Getting some experience out there, and that's short left. All right, now we got a lefty up here. The Sirens, that's Kat Dowell, serving as the DH. Ooh, swung right under it. All right. Second pitch here. Oh, and once again right under it. An interesting stance for Kat. Seems very effective. She's getting some solid hacks. She holds the bat low and parallel to the ground, down by her hip, and fires one off. Another one. She's right around it. She's got it. All right. And strike four there for Kat Dowell. A couple of big hacks, but nothing going there. All right, back to the top of the order. We've got Claire Bloomer. All right, and here we go. Strike one. Hold for Carr. A little in front on that one. Gets reset here. Good solid stance there for Claire Bloomer. A little power stance. And hits it up the middle. runs the first baseline. Demo runs for it, chases it, and grabs it, controls it. Hustle play from Demetrius Morris, number 2. Veteran player for this team. Demetrius Morris, a longtime beepball player, getting involved back in 2002. Been at this for over 20 years as a young man in the beepball circuit. And that'll do it for that inning. Archers come up to bat here again. Up 13-1. Sirens get a run there in the second inning. Big run from Jay Sissick. Sirens do a defensive check out in the outfield. And umpire clears. Base check. Up to bat, Richie Crussell. Just tipped out in front by Richie. Big hack. Just a little early on that one. Another tip there. Still a little early on the timing there from Mike Curtis. Oh, perfect timing, but just a little, he was a little over it. And here we go. Fourth pitch. Oh, and just under it. They just can't seem to get on the right page here. It's just one of those games for Richie Crussell. And back up, 3 for 3. Demetrius Morris. Base check. Tipped on. We're going to get a stoppage here. Mike's going to tie his shoe. Sirens are going to get set. And we're ready. Demo right under that one. And big hack out to the left field. Demo to the first baseline. That's going to get past all the defenders. He's going to score that one easily, but he's going to tackle the base anyway with authority. And that's 14. And that's a 4 for 4 day for Demetrius Morris. Having a big game. Now we got a change in the lineup. Ethan Johnston checking in here for Steve Patton. We will see how this shakes out. It looks like we have... Yes, it looks like he will be stepping in for Steve Patton. We're going to wait on a plane here. On the defensive side of things, we do actually have a change in the designated fielder position. Now in for the Sirens is Amy Wilson, number 13. All right, and we are off. First pitch to Ethan Johnston. Big swing. He was under it. Oh, and a swung onto the infield, just past the infield player, and off to the outfield. Oh, just through the hands, and that's a clean. They say safe. Ethan Johnston with the first hit of this tournament. Big run for the Archers. Bobbled by, well, I don't know if it was bobbled. I would say it was just through the hands of the outfielder, which I believe was, Claire Bloomer out there. But great effort, and that was a hard hit ball and tough play to really make in general, and very difficult, high difficulty play in the outfield. A strong effort. All right, here we go. It's Tim Chappell up. Oh, and another hard hit ball up the center, and that's going to clear every defender, and he's going to score again with his sprint speed not even being a factor because of how hard that was hit all the way up. Clears the outfielders all the way to the fence. Now up, back to Stanley Griffin, Stan the man, number 66. Sirens giving each other some pep talk for some defense. And here we go. Swung on and missed. Just over that one. Stanley swings on and misses just a little late on that one. As he repositions. And just hit, but that's going to be foul. No, they're going to say that's fair. And he's safe. That one was just past the line to be fair. Big run for Stanley Griffin, who managed to get to the bag and clear technique this time that his teammates are stoked about and giving him some praise for. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. That's Mark Morris. All right, here we go. And hit on. Mark heads up the line and scores. Just putting it where the defense can't get to it. Just right past the pitcher line and fair. Put it in no man's land, as they say. And yeah, you can't. It's hard to beat the sprint speed of Mark Morris as well. All right, now seeing if they can get back on pace, on the same page here. Is Richie Crussell back up to bat? They've struggled to get him going today. He had a run in the first, but strikeouts ever since. Big swing just under it, but I think if they just continue doing that, they should be able to get on the right page here. And smashed into the outfield. That's over the last defender, and that'll be a run easily for Richie Crussell. A massive swing straight over the head of the last outfielder. What a run for the Gateway Archers. But I think they're going to bring... Yeah, they're going to... Finally getting back on page here, on the right page here for the Archers. Mike and Richie meet up in the infield to give each other a formal handshake and, you know, say, all right, this is what we needed to do this whole time. That's what we were trying to do. All right. The hot swinging Demetrius Morris now up to bat. 4 for 4. Can't be stopped right now. Hard hitting. Blistering hack. He's just wanting more out here. And that's up the middle. And can they get to it? The outfielder's there, and they got to it. Finally, Demo retired here. And that's 4 for 4. Now 4 for 5 for Demetrius Morris. Big out in center field for the Sirens. A big out for the Sirens. Now up to bat for the Archers, Ethan Johnston. Big swing underneath it. Another big swing underneath it. Getting a little bit of a golf swing here for Ethan. Tipped on. That's 3 strikes. Sirens looking for an out here. And that's hit. Hard hit to the right side. Also goes Ethan to the right side, and that's past all the defenders again. Oh, but he misses the bag. Can they get to it? No. Ethan dismayed by his missing of the bag, but that'll be some push-ups for Ethan is what they say. Up. Here we go. There's some push-ups here. Archers, strict rules here. I don't know who is implementing this one, but he scores, but he still does the push-ups. Okay. Tim Chappell up. Just out in front of that one. Strike one. And just under that one. Strike two. Ready. Set pitch. And hit on towards first base. And just misses it on the side, but almost a big hit. Big save for Kim Blumenthal out and right. Kind of a bad bounce there, but so that'll be another run for the Gateway Archers. Base check. Stanley Griffin up to bat. Just under it. And hit. That's going to the left side, and he hits the bag. Great technique. Stanley has gotten a hang of his base running again. He was a little off in the beginning of this game, but he's found something here. Good hit. And Mark Morris comes out to greet him. Good hit. All right, now checking in for his first at bat of the game is Kyle Bora, who started off this game as a designated fielder. Now coming into the lineup. Kyle Bora. Subbing in for Mark Morris. Base check. Ready, set, pitch. Just under it. Kind of a test and swing there from Kyle. Settling in here. Felt like that was a little bit bigger of a hack than his first one. Time. We're going to have time from a plane overhead. Just about clear here. All right, here we go. And it's hit onto the center field, up in the air. Now the outfielders go to tag it, and can they get to it? Bounced off of 2 defenders. Claire almost with the grab on the second bounce. And Kyle will score in his first at bat for the Gateway Archers, which brings back Richie Crussell, who struggled his previous 3 at-bats before smashing one over the outfielders. All right. Here we go. Tipped on. Set pitch, and that's hit. To the left side, it's past 1 defender. Claire is coming on to get it and just misses it. Richie back on track with the bat. Almost a diving play out there for Clara Bloomer. It's very active. A magnet out there for plays. Beepball just keeps finding her out there, and really making fantastic efforts out here. Now, Demetrius Morris back up to bat. 4 for 5 today. Sirens wanting to get this out on Demo. Chirping a little bit. All in good spirits out here. And hard hit to the right side. That's past Kim. And Demo will score here. Looking a little like he's not running quite as fast as he typically does, so I'm not sure if he's working through something right now. The pitcher, Mike Curtis, and coach Orlando Gonzalez will come out to check on him. They're smiling, they're having a good time, so don't think there's too much going on there. I think he knew that he got it past the defense maybe, but because as that was an absolute scorcher, not a lot of fielders are gonna get to that one. Now back up to bat is Ethan Johnston, scored in his first at bat. Scored and had to do some push-ups as well. Good for runs and push-ups here. Big swing. Mike was preparing for one right back up the center. And hit hard to the right side. They're going to say that's foul. And sure enough, that gets over to the first base line. Ethan checks back on his positioning with the plate. Gets his feet set. Taps the base with his bat. And he's set. Hard hit, also foul. Down the line, almost towards this area. Sirens preparing for a right field hit. Jay says she's on her way over to the right over to her left because of the way that Ethan's been sending these out that way. Big hack, and down goes Ethan. Big inning, offensive inning for the Archers though. And Sirens due up to bat here. Gonna have a little bit of shift in the outfield for the Archers. Looks like we got, we'll see how this shakes out. I believe Kyle Bohr will stay out there. Mark Morris out there just to go over the plan, the fielding plan. Wind whipping up a little bit again. Hope that's not too bad for everyone. Like I said, we may switch up how we do things for the next couple games, especially with we're a little limited on field space, so that's why we're a little bit further away, similar to the Beepball World Series, but it seems like we're a little bit further away. So I may try some different setups here for other games, but hope this is working out and okay for everybody back home, around the country, wherever you may be. Archers getting set in the outfield. Spotter Corey out there. Well, I guess he's not a spotter. One of the assistant coaches here for the Archers, getting everybody aligned. And everyone's getting just about set here for the Sirens due up. I believe I don't have confirmation on who is up right now. Not on my score sheet. But she made an epic play out in center field to save a run for the Sirens earlier this game. Oh, that's Kiki. That's out there. That's a hit. Can't get to it. Stanley, if she gets it, that's safe. Big run for Kalari, number 23. Huge run. All right, everyone's set here. Swung on and missed here. Caitlin looking to get our offense sparked. It's 2 strikes. Just gonna let that one go, just to get a feel for it. Oh, just under that one. Caitlin's gonna recenter herself on the base. Puts the bat down, gets leveled up, and we're set. Pitch, and underneath that one as well. Now up, Kim Blumenthal, very active out there in the right field area. Also seemingly to be a magnet here for the Archers, but the Archers are kind of sending a lot of beat balls out there into the outfield. Base check. We're set. A little early and under that one. Mari sizes it up. She gets set. Set and pitch. Oh, just off of that one, but that was very close. And that's hit onto the left side. Can Stanley get to it? He does. A Blumenthal to a Blumenthal. Of course, there's going to be a hit on that one, but the out by Stan the Man Griffin. Now up, Jay Sissick, who scored in the second with a hard hit ball to the left side. Catcher and pitcher talk it out. All right, and we're off here. Just out in front. Oh, just under that one. Seemed like good timing. She's got a good, clean swing here. Just needs to get the timing back. And just ahead of that one, Jay rocking a half cutoff on her left arm. Could possibly just be rolled up, but looks like she's got to keep that arm open for her swing. And just out in front, maybe just overthinking it a bit, but wanting another hit out here. Now we're having a little bit of a shift here the 4-run rule. All right, so coming out is Demo. Subbing in the outfield is Steve Patton. Steve playing deep out in right field now. Hypes up the team. Make sure everybody knows he's out there and he's got their back. Everybody reciprocates that. Mark Morris coaches up the defense, checks out the situation. Base check. And Cat Dowell, DH, number 5, up to bat. Set, ready, pitch, and that's hit into the infield on the right side. Tried to field it, can't get to it. Tim fields it. I think they said that was dead ball, but I'm not exactly sure. There was some communication on that front. It's not going to matter. They say it's an out. Back to the top of the order. Number 7, Clara Bloomer. And tipped on. That's 2 strikes now on Claire. Gets set. Powerful stance. Tipped on. Would have been ripped down the left base line. Oh, and that's hit onto the left side. Tried to field on the left side there by Stan Griffin, and he got it. Way to stick with it there for Stan Griffin. Nice hustle by Clara. That was a high flying ball into the infield. Had to backpedal to get in front of it. And strong piece of hitting there by Claire, and strong run. Strong hustle for an attempted run, but an out for the Archers. Now back up is Kalari Gurley Jackson. Just under that one, that's strike 2. swung on. She traces the outline of the base, gets set. Wind whipping up here again in Vegas. Oh, just under that one as well, another big swing. And strike 4. Now up. Caitlin Overshiner, number 3. Trace the outline of the base. And base check. Here we go. Just under that one. Strike 1. And swung on, hit up the center. That's towards Stanley again. But Caitlin's running. Can the Archers get to it? No, they cannot. That's a run by Caitlin Overshire, and her team ecstatic and celebrates with her with the big run. Pitcher Mari comes out to greet her. Big run. What a play. What a hit by Caitlin. Now up to bat Kim. She sets the bat down on the face of the base to get her stance. Picks up the bat. Base check. And back to the Blumenthal pairing. Sorry about that. We'll fix that camera angle for you. And strike. And set, pitch, just under that one. All right. Tries to get this one going. Set, pitch, oh, and just missed it. Strike 4. Up to bat, Jay Sissick, number 21. Scored a run in this game already. Looking to add to that total. Steps onto the base. Touches the end of the base. Puts the bat at the other end of the base. Sets her feet. Points at the bases, and gets her swing stance set. Our umpire here blocking our view a little bit of. Okay, here we go. Now we're clear. just over that one, strike 2. Mari apologizes to Jay, said that was on her, that last pitch. Gets it set here, and oh, just timing just off. Another one there would have probably sent down the left field line. And just ahead of that one, strike 4. Now up. Kat Dowell looking to get something going. She's had a lot of big hacks today. Kind of just due for a big hit here. Sets the bat down parallel to the front of the base, home plate. A lefty hitter in this lineup. And just under that one, a huge swing again. Like I said, they're due for a big hit here. Gets set here. Her batting stance keeps the bat low and down by her hip at first, and comes up and whips it with authority. Just under that one. Gonna let that one pass just to get a height for it, get a heat for it. Field that one out, okay. Checked in, and here we go. Just under that one. I'm telling you, if she connects with this one, the Archers are going to have to be ready for this one. Looks like they're a bit early, so they might be going down the left base side. Oh, and that's hit onto the right side. They say foul. Just foul here. Mari goes out there and talks with Kat. All right. Kat goes back, gets set, places the bat down. Gets her feet set, picks up the bat. Has the bat on her shoulder currently. And brings it down by her hip and her starting stance, and we're on. And hard hit into the center, but beautifully stopped by Tim. Oh my goodness, what a play. Tim with the diving play to stop it right to him. He had to shift a little bit to his right, but just lays down and cleans that one up with minimal effort. It doesn't matter how much speed anybody could have. That thing was immediately corralled. All right, Clara's back to the top of the lineup. Wind whipping up again here in Las Vegas. All right. Set here. Just under that one. Once again, I think the same thing here. If they can get on the same page, she's due for a massive hit here. Powerful stance. And hard hit to the left side. There it is. Is Stanley going to be good? It's past Stanley. Down to Ethan Johnston. Can he get to it? No, he can't. And it's a run. Safe. Sirens score another one. Claire missed the bag, but was able to recover because it was a hard hit ball to the left side. We were just talking about it. As soon as they could get on the same page, it was due to be a massive hit. The way that she stands in there and swings the bat. Difficult, high level of difficulty to field that one. Now up to bat, the two-hitter, Kalari, number 23. Mari positions her a little bit different in the batter's box, just to try to get something maybe tweaked to get a better position for them. Oh, and just under that, maybe these tweaks are gonna work here. And swung on just a little too low, but honestly not too far off. That a fraction off. All right, set. And hit on to the right side. Is it going to get cleared? It is. And they're running in is Tim. They say safe. Just in time is Kalari with the run. Sirens on a little bit of a heater now with a couple of runs. Tim with a close grab here. It was a bang play, and they say safe. Just out of the reach, kind of out into no man's land again. Just outside the pitcher's circle, and had to run in on it. But here we are here. Now up to bat, Caitlin, who scored on her last at bat. Oh, just under that one. Oh, a little off on that one, but they're gonna regroup. She's gonna let that one go maybe a little inside, potentially. I think she just wanted to hear the level on that one. Oh, and a little off. Caitlin is going to reposition herself on the base just to make sure she's in the right spot. Set. She's got the hot pink batting gloves today. Oh, and just off. That'll be an out. 2 more outs to go in this game. Amy coming to bat. Number 13, we got a lefty. Amy Wilson for her first at bat of the game. Seems like a powerful stance here for Amy Wilson. We'll see how the swing, if she can connect on this one. Oh, and she does. That's going to be headed on the left side there. And foul. Wasn't sure if that was going to stay in or not. It was right there, though. Right there. She hesitated a little bit because she, I think, knew that that was most likely foul. reposition herself. Set the bat down. Picks it up. She's already ready to go. Pitch. Oh, just under that one. And hitting down the middle. She's running the third base line, but Tim kind of just goes right towards him. Good hit ball, though. He had to do a little bit to corral that one, but down to their final out. Up to bat, Jay Sissick. And here we go. Just out in front. And, oh, just over that one. 2 strikes. Getting a little extra twist in here is Jay. She really wants to get this timing lined up. Ooh, 3 strikes. Over that one again. Might need it a little higher. And that will do. And that's game 1 of this tournament. Gateway Archers versus St. Louis Sirens. A couple of teams from the same metropolitan area. Teams are going to come to the center and shake hands. We'll be back shortly with the next round. These games, the next game should be starting shortly, so we shouldn't be gone for too long before we're back. So